guys. Sorry. Kinda dawned on me, I just shoved an Oreo in my mouth. Okay. Oreos are amazing, screw you. Okay. Hi. Welcome back. I took a nap. This won't probably be... I mean, after I picked up the kid, so... This probably won't be a very long stream. Because, yeah, my body's stupid. Thinks it went to sleep, and it did not. Trying to remember where we were. We were not finding Lord Woolsey. Oh, yeah. I dropped my junk off, hopefully. Guess I better frickin' check. Before I go out with an inventory. Yeah. Half full again. I'm trying to figure out why my game updated. Not this one, but Final Fantasy 15. It just downloaded an update, and I'm just like, why? Maybe it might be just a bug thing, or I don't know. I'll have to look it up later. I don't know if I can handle playing it again until the new DLC comes out, but yeah, it's like, now I'm very curious. The other day, I was really confused when I came on and there was an update for Mass Effect. I was like, dude, we just got like an update like last week, considering how long it took them to update between the other two updates. It was just really weird. Because it's like the first update seemed to come out pretty quickly, and then the second update didn't. It took over a month to come out with the second update, and then really? I could have... I was not paying attention. See, I thought... Oh. I thought that was the stupid thing. I saw that castle thing and I thought it was the fortress. Okay. Don't mind me.
Here, the mayor said the dam controls were through this gate.
I'm not sure I can ever get used to I was gonna say a hawk, because my Douglas is originally a hawk. I don't know if I could ever get used to Dragon Age game with, as they say, an American accent. It really threw me. I was like, I didn't even recognize... I'm American! I didn't even recognize it! I was just like... What? I had to, like... I don't think I was looking it up. I don't know. I can't remember what specifically... If I actually did specifically look at... I don't think I've ever been over here. That's why I played this game a million times. Okay. But, I didn't recognize it is the funniest part. I didn't recognize it as an American accent. Probably because as Americans we have many accents just like everybody else. So it's definitely not what I...
The dam must be where we can open the floodgates.
But, I mean, The British one is fine. It's just a little bit higher than I would have liked for Douglas, so I chose the baritone instead of the accent. And it's just very hard to get used to. The rusted horn. Can't really hear. I turned the fan on, so I have to turn it up again. Hey kids.
What in?
Don't mind us, just passing by.
The Inquisitor? We didn't know you were here, sir. Please don't tell anyone.
How did you get past the guards?
There weren't any when we got here.
We just heard you killed the bandits, your worship. We didn't know you were moving in, we promise. You won't tell people we were here, will you?
I see you couldn't resist the thrill of a decrepit pub.
There's nowhere else, sir. Everyone is crammed into the village.
Lonnie's parents would have a fit if they saw us. We'll have to wait an hour to go back. Your father will still be up.
I knew this was a mistake.
We could try the caves.
You hate spiders.
You find somewhere next time.
Don't mind us. I mean, I have to agree with the kids. I mean, menu. Compared to the rest of the area, this is the least scary.
The mayor said Darkspawn destroyed these controls 10 years ago. Who repaired them?
Right. Something stinks besides fish and fish.
Fun, kids. Do anything he wouldn't do. Gives them a lot of options. But yeah, don't do anything he wouldn't do, and yeah. Current party members. He would go for all of them. I know Sarah wouldn't go for him, but he understands and accepts that. It's just he'd be game. Yep, there. Come on, Bull. Bull. I'm leaving. Goodbye, Bull. You're gonna miss it.
Look, a dragon. What a perfect way to ruin our day.
Oh, sweet baby. Come on. Come on, Dorian. Come on. Although Douglas doesn't look forward to the prospects of being dinner either. So. I mean, but seriously, it's not like it could have got much worse, right? Surrounded by corpses. Wet. I mean, outside of dead, I really don't think it could get much worse. Alright, boys, let's get this rift. And madam, of course. Well, I think I can't ask. You're sheriff. Level is this? Yeah, okay. Oh, easy. Hello? This is one of the... It's like... It seems like they get it right at first, but then later on, this area, it's like, we're still wet. You know, and it's just like, well, I mean, if you take it that it'd probably been raining and gross for a very long time, so everything is kind of still like that. It makes sense, maybe, that it's still... Your armor and things are still wet. But... Or the fact that you were running around in a downpour and then it stopped, that your armor is still wet.
There's a lake like this one near my family's estates. Fewer demons.
Fewer demons? Oi. Okay, come on. Then again, this is like, there does seem to have been some sort of
There must
update
be something here.
since the last time I really played. Because there just seems to be a lot more like crafting plants. Blech. Extra rift. Careful, Dorian. Guess I should probably pull up my chat. Might appreciate that, right? Try not to pull up the video because it's like the last thing I need for my freaking internet. This is like, that was like always the perk for having cable internet, but now they're just like, oh no, we can't let you have unlimited internet anymore unless you want to pay an arm and a leg for it. And it's just like, maybe you should upgrade your shit instead of buying $1 billion homes. I don't know. But of course, it's just like I moved away from, kind of away from a bigger city, and they were getting the Google fiber stuff, so I was just like, oh. So, of course, it was years after I moved, but still. I mean, that would bombast. Why are there... What? Close? Why dwarfs? Why dwarfs? I've never seen dwarfs. Oh! Okay, that explains it. I'd never seen dwarfs down here before. That explains it. Okay. It was for my assassins thing. I don't think Melanie... It's like, if Melanie... I don't think Melanie did assassin. She might have done. That would have been... How many years ago? Excuse me, madam. Uh-oh. Oh. What? Good night. Why is your shirt wet? The back of it? Okay, doke. I thought she was going to bed already. I mean, door shut's fine. I shut my door. She wouldn't hear me. Like I said earlier, she could hear a conversation 3 miles away, it seems. Which would keep her up, is the point. But like, my little brain thinks it went to sleep or something, and now it's up. It's like, dude, you barely took a nap. So we thought we'd just get over here and Glad y'all weren't standing in camp just then. Faster to check that way than through the potions. See if anybody needs any. It takes a little bit for it to load. It's like, I don't need to know, no offense, the characters who aren't with me right now, if they need potions or not. I should really stop jumping off of things. Break his little legs.
This is old Crestwood.
Look at all the bodies. No wonder the undead seem endless. Spirits can't resist, you know. They reach out to see what our reality is like and get trapped.
These spirits must have come through the rift.
Let's close it before more of them decide to try on corpses.
Such a downer sometimes. Excuse me. Thank you. Lava burst. Tastes like burning. That's a selling point. I don't know why anybody would want that. Hello, spirit.
You there! I order you to tell me why nothing here heeds my commands.
Huh?
Oh no, what's this rubbish?
It's a spirit, but what's it doing?
Silence. Let the other one talk.
Are you a spirit or a demon?
Those dolts who would suck this world dry. I am called to higher things.
What is a spirit like you called to do?
I lead armies, kingdoms, lords. I am imperial. I am command. What of you? I felt your coming. Is there something alike in us?
All you sensed was the anchor on my hand.
Then you are less than I thought, but feel no shame. Some must follow those who lead.
What's so distressing about the real world?
It ignores me. I order the rocks to part, but they do not. I bid the sky draw close, and it stays still. I don't know how you mortals stand it.
Why haven't you gone back to the Fade?
I will not be denied. I refuse to leave until something obeys my orders.
Fine.
Then I feel compelled to help you. I pledge myself to your service.
Excellent. I have only one command. A creature made of rage had the gall to chase me across the lake. Destroy it in my name and be rewarded.
Rewarded how? By you taking over one of our heads?
Yours holds no interest.
Works for me.
Yep. Oh. all the things that Grey Wardens have ingested. I don't think spit is going to hinder many. Still disgusting though. Especially because it's like, I think if you read the lore on this particular type, I mean, they make it sound like there's, I don't know how to do this without being spoilers if you don't know how wardens are made. Cover your ears, I guess. They make it sound like there is darkspawn blood in the conscription ale as well. Or at least there can be. That basically it was just kind of a hodgepodge mix of crap they just kind of grabbed and, you know, and they mixed together from basically whatever they can grab. So, ciao kids, shoot. Thank you. But yes, I was very pleased to see somebody correcting the. I knew there was another one over here. Correcting the kind of misinformation. I was so. I mean, like I said, it was last week. Get out of my way, fools! Last week. And I was just like, now I'm curious what that's like. There was somebody replied to something. Which, I mean, we kind of, I just had to disagree with their comment, so. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna bother. Not right now. The comment that I just received, I don't know what the comment was. I gotta reply back to comment that I made, about the ME character creator versus, you know, it was just kind of like, well, considering everything, it wasn't that bad. I was like, well, yeah, it was actually. It was pretty bad. So, hello. Don't mind me. I'll get out of your house in a minute. Like, you couldn't really, the ME character creators, especially if you played this, you know, the creator compared to this is just horrendous. But the fact that they call it the creator when it seems to be barely you're able to customize defaults. It's like, I don't have a problem playing a default. You want me to play a default, I'll play a default. But, I mean, I won't necessarily like it, but don't sit there and say tweaking a default character only so much. You know, apparently they have plenty of comments too. I had to, it's like in the communities you can only post so much. You know, it's like Twitter or whatever, you only got so many characters, and so now you're just gonna probably see and watch that go off for a little bit. But like I said, it was barely customization.
So, what are your women like?
The Tomasrans, terrifying and inspiring. They teach you everything you need to know. Give your life purpose.
No, I mean, are they like you? Big and whoa.
Oh shit, yeah.
Wow.
There's a plaque. This was the mayor's old home.
What's left of it? Do you think he'll want it back?
We could ask him.
Scrap of paper.
A letter from Crestwood's mayor. Damp, but legible.
But that was the thing. It's like, if you actually go and look at my blog, I give ME a lot of credit. You just won't see me giving them any credit for the creator. It was pretty bad. Like I said, especially for EA. It's like, shit, Sims 4 had a better creator than Mass Effect. You know? So. I mean, I even questioned the limitedness of the creator so that you could look like your parents. That, you know what I mean? I've questioned that before. It's pretty limited, but I mean, but that was again another point that I had made. I had only made 2 Inquisitors that I thought were kind of funky looking and I couldn't look at, and got rid of them. I have had to recreate all my writers because something was off about them. So it's like, I want him to have an angular face. Well, male writer can't have an angular face. Sorry. He's got third chin and, or, you know, it was just weird. The defaults weren't, like I said, you couldn't really customize it. I mean, well, you couldn't really create a character. You could customize a character, kind of. And the problem, of course, again, was the defaults weren't that great to begin with. So, I mean, especially for male writer. Female, I only played a couple of female writers. So, of course, my first writer was female, but now I've totally lost where the hell I need to go for the third body. I think I know now. Hang on. Yep. Okay.
Where does this lead?
But again, it's like, as I was saying to that person too, it's like I have a very set, it's like I have a lot of characters that have set looks already, you know, that I wanted to use, and you couldn't do that. So, I mean, unless you completely, like, it's like Thomas, he's very young looking. It's like I kind of got a youngish looking writer. Unfortunately, because I had used the same default, he basically looked like the guy I had just played with a wig, you know? So it was just...
Find that fade rift. What's with the path? Did people used to live here?
But, enough about that. Like I said, I'm sure they'll disagree. But the fact of the matter is they brought it up on my post. You know what I mean? Because I was showing off my first Inquisitor, and again, what I had said about the Inquisitor, I was just kind of like, you know, considering basically straight out of the box, this was my Inquisitor, and I was like, it says a lot for a creator when you can get results like this first time out. I was like, and we didn't have the Black Emporium then. We didn't have, you know, we didn't have, I'm trying to remember, I think Black Emporium was one of the first DLCs that came out, but it was still a DLC that came out shortly after. If I remember correctly. So yeah, it's like we didn't have that. And like I said, she was my first Inquisitor, straight out of the box. She was fucking gorgeous, okay? So it was just like, it says a lot. It does. It says a lot if you can make a character like that. straight out of the box, you know, not learning. I mean, it's like not even learning. And that's, I guess that's what I'll say if they start arguing about it again. I was like, my whole point when I said that to begin with was, it's like not even learning the curve to creating a good looking Inquisitor. This was what I was able to do. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you do have to do that. You have to learn, oh, the ins and outs of the creator to make something look correct. And I didn't have to do that with this game, and that was the whole point. And I guess, again, it's just like, I guess with my limited Twitter, I would just make that point. My point to start with this was just that, you know, straight out of the box, I was able to create a character that looked like this without, you know, having to learn the ins and outs of, you know, making a character look good without having to use the Black Emporium because it wasn't out yet, you know. So that was the other thing. It was just kind of like that particular scene. It's like, if you know anything about this game, if you've played it enough, you know that scene is talking to Josephine, you know, in Haven. So it's just like, it was very early on. I think you can get to the you can get the Black Emporium like one of the first things usually. I've done that before where I had like, ooh, I needed to change something fairly quickly, you know, because it was just like, oh no, you know. But I mean, it's been very, very rare with the Inquisitors. Mass Effect, again, I've had to recreate every writer I've used just because. Luckily, you can. It's like I don't know if you know, some people you don't upload them, but that is a perk. That is a perk to uploading them. If you go to their website and you change it to, you know, unfortunately, you can't get rid of them, so I have all these ugly Inquisitors, too, but that is kind of a perk if you can pull them back up. To tweak them instead of recreating them completely. Okay. Go away, please. Thank you. Understatement.
There's dwarven ruins down here.
The whole area is still lit up. Remarkable.
I mean, how small was this tag that it could have been filled? With water, and there was still enough water to keep filling it? That's a weird thing to think. I mean, because you have to think that they probably knew this was here. Maybe they didn't. Maybe it was just like right there. You know? The water burst through. And thus. Well, we were the ones. I mean, again, we were the ones that unflooded it. Where'd all that fucking water go? You know? What was it? A fountain? It was recirculating? I don't understand. I see a flaw in this particular.
Someone help!
You're fine. Careful. You weren't expecting it to die and you just keep going. Okay. Beep.
Sure this is how we get out of here?
I feel a draft. There must be a way out nearby.
We don't want a way out yet. Oh, oops. Did they bring that down here? Or was it already down here? Go through the wall. I mean, I guess you can assume that they brought it down there. They didn't know what the hell it was and they just brought it down. Sarah? What did you just do, honey?
Oh, demons again!
What'd you expect? Seriously?
More coming!
Good!
This is a
Just
big
got
rift.
warmed up.
Excuse me? Hang on, Sarah. I think there's 3 waves. This one's got 4.
That should stop the undead hordes from attacking Crestwood.
Let's tell the mayor.
I don't think there's anything in here. Cole approved. I think he's spying on me. Let's see. Okay, so do we want a flanking bonus or front attack? Doesn't say how much more, it just says you deal more. Okay. We'll go with the flanking damage. Alright. Cool. Thank you. It went off again. Don't you hate that? Okay, it was the ladder. But again, so it's like I'm used to being told how wrong I am anyway. Because, you know, female gamer. Like I've been playing games for, goddamn, 25 plus years, you know. I'm very used to people thinking they know better than me. Hi! Hello guys!
Seem to like it down here.
They're like fat, fish-faced rats. I hate rats. And fish. Don't stare at me. You just want food. What eats nugs anyway?
Else, when they can eat it.
Like you know.
What did he say? I didn't quite hear it. Did he say elves eat nugs? I mean, the obvious thing is dwarves eat nugs. But Yeah, the bonus edition of the movie I got last week for the same price is on sale. It's just like for the same price that I bought the non-special edition for. Are you serious? So so I don't like not buying something on sale because this is like. It's like at least if you buy it on sale, you still saved money, you know? Even if it goes on sale at a lower price than what it was when you bought it. But still, like I said, it's just kind of like, damn it. Keep out. That's one thing I'm kind of surprised they never changed. I mean, I don't even know if you could change it. I mean, how would you even go about changing it? I mean, it's the jump button and the activate button. So it's just kind of like you weren't quite close enough and you jump into the activation. It's just kind of like I mean, I guess they could be like, well, if activating, no jump, but still. Go. But yeah, as it meant that one in there, I don't think I'd ever had it go above 3 like waves before. I think. I always knew it was more than 2. That was 3, not 4. Oh, and he's on hard. He's not It's not on Nightmare. Not yet, anyway. Dorian. Come down here, dude. You know what's funny is like ironically, and I'm gonna knock on wood before I say this, you know, the title of my thing, I mean, there are occasions you get to a certain area where it's like you can die quite a bit. But the title of my thing, my stream, it's usually pretty misleading. I don't die that often. Especially, you know, depending. Ah, hello. Oh! Lady. Madame. I said that and almost bit it. And it's not... I'm just not used to actually healing my Inquisitors. As you can see, we're still in Crestwoods. We haven't made it to Western Approach yet. So I don't have my kitty collar, which keeps us alive. And I'm very used to having the kitty color. Keeping me alive. Oh, I thought it was over there. Woo! I was not expecting to find them all here, but maybe they're not all here. I got them too, though. Can I have this? I still don't know where I'm supposed to be finding this death root. Hi. I'll be friends. I'll be your friend, I swear. Is that a spider? No, it was a Juffalo. I don't know why I thought it was a spider. I'm getting tired again. That's the other thing. It's like, these people are all older than 10 years old, right? All of them. So any of these fucking doubters that didn't think Dragon Age took 10 years. It's like, one, they said it took 10 years. It's like, that's just canon. Don't sit there and think you did all your quests in a week or whatever it was that made you think it was only 7 years. But that's the thing, is that all these people are older than 10 years old. They lived through the Blight, the Dark Spawn, and everything else, only to fucking die now. And it's just like, poor bastards, you know? Because, yeah, I've had people try to argue with me before about it being only 7 years, and I'm just like, you're full of crap. It's not 7 years. I don't care how convincing so-and-so's argument was. It wasn't. It was 10. So... Because that was the thing. It was like, I'm pretty sure I had actually read it somewhere that it said Dragon Age 2 took place over the span of 10 years. And, I mean, that's not a direct quotation, obviously. If I remember the direct quotation or remember where the fuck I read it. But yeah. No, it's a dog statue. I was like, what the hell is that? I thought it was, ore. But as again, it's like, I know I read it. So. And y'all don't know me, but it's just kind of like, if you knew me, you would know if I read something. I read it, you know what I mean? And not just, oh, I read somebody's blog post, as in, I don't take anything with a grain of salt of an opinion, but, you know. I.e. them talking about Dorian's only 23 years old. What kind of crack smoker you are? I don't know where you're getting your information. Because it's
won't forget the Inquisition help from no one else would, I promise.
It's fine, honey. You got a big pumpkin.
Your people are moving into the keep.
We'll finally have someone to trade with.
That seriously is a huge pumpkin. What is this? A cat? It's very furry, whatever it was. Hello.
You got rid of that glow in the lake. Will the dead leave us be?
Hope so. Oh god. Bull like teleported right on top of ah. It's like all of a sudden he was teleported standing on top of the
I
table.
hope you thrash those highwaymen there and back again.
There and back again.
Inquisitor.
Who? Oh. Meh. Hello. Are you selling junk yet? Yes. Hello.
Sister Von recites the chant so well. You should hear it.
Do I have to? Eee, I'm stuck. You need to try and keep some ideas of look wise, because I don't know. This is alright for now. Deathroot. I know where I can get it now too. I just couldn't grow it on my thing. At least I don't think I could. I tried to. What? It only counted for one? I just bought all that. It only counted for... Oh, there it goes. Scare me like that.
What do you mean the mayor's gone?
See, 10 years ago. I mean, that's the funniest thing. It's like 10 years ago. And... yeah.
A letter of confession from the mayor? It says he was the one who flooded Old Crestwood 10 years ago. To stop the blight from spreading.
He drowned them? In the muck? Oh, Mayor is having an arrow for tea.
Villagers learn about this, they're not going to be happy.
What a sad mess. Will the Inquisition bring him in?
It's good to see you.
You know what? This is the funniest part about it. It's like Douglas is all about some shady shit, but I mean, he can overlook a lot of things.
Draw your last breath, my friends.
Except with
Your
messing.
worship.
I've already found the remains of the people who died in Old Crestwood.
That's it, Andraste. I didn't imagine you'd look yourself. Thank you for your thoughtfulness. It is all too rare these days. I will prepare the bodies for cremation.
Oh yeah, it's like Douglas will do some shady stuff, but it's just kind of like he didn't even give him a chance. you know, to say goodbye or anything. It's just kind of like, give them a chance to kind of do it their way or leave, you know. It's just...
What does the Kunari priesthood tell your people about losing the war?
The usual. Water comes, water goes, but eventually the tides wear away the mountain. Blah, blah, blah.
They've been fighting Tevinter for centuries and still haven't won.
Wait, you think we've been at war all this time?
It's barely an eye-watering slap fight, I'll grant you. But every now and again it heats up.
That's just force of habit. A real invasion's different.
What are they waiting for?
Don't know. Someone to tell someone to tell someone it's on again, I guess.
Someone to tell someone it is on again. I don't think I might have heard that one before. I mean, I guess it is still raining. I don't... So... the fact that you're still a little bit damp. Makes sense. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but I bet it confused the hell out of that wolf. I mean, guy comes acrobatically diving and cartwheels in front of me, you know, or somersaults. You know, I would be confused too. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, apparently this guy's looking for a job. He's out of job. Since the circus shut down. That was my point. I just kind of lost it for a second. Hello? Okay, was that it? I didn't think it was. Oh good, I'm getting tired again. Ooh. Yes! The perks of bringing Sarah along.
That's a find worth finding.
I don't think we got anything, but whatever. She was happy. Well. Ah, yes. Oh, that wasn't one of your friends there. I always run out the controllers until they croak. I always do. Um. That was just one. Okay. Alright. Where y'all going? Don't make good. Don't make good. Damn it. Come back! Yeah, derps. What the? Dorian? Stop. Could have sworn those two were in the front. And then they, like... Oh, God. Oh, my lord, you guys. Seriously. Are you done? Are you done now? No? Goose. Apparently, this right here, if you look at it, plants versus corpses. I didn't mean to close that out. But yeah, this was a little Easter egg here, this field. Plants versus zombies. Oh, hey. Goodbye. Anybody want to keep tabs on how many of these Druffalo I accidentally kill? It might not be too bad, again, because I'm not using, ranged. Hopefully. I don't like killing them. Whoa! Dorian, honey. Oh, the one thing I don't like you using sometimes.
I can't believe you're scared of magic, Sarah. It's a gift as mundane to me as your bow to you. Surely you see there's nothing to fear in a properly used tool.
Tell that to all the proper mages waving their tools in people's faces.
There's an image.
What about Coryphemus? How many proper tools does he have under him?
That's not... I don't think I can continue.
Right, well, I don't care how gifted you are. Don't cram it where it's not wanted.
Wow. How did I want to... I mean, honestly... There was so much... I'm gonna have to do some art on that one, because I think Douglas and Bull probably just rolled all over the ground. I mean, Dorian seems hard-pressed to keep a straight face on that one, too. So... I mean, she has points, but it's just... the words.
That the cave where Hawk's warden friend is squatting.
Yep. Let's go meet my second Inquisitor. Inquisitor Jonathan. Now he's Inquisitor... or, well, he's not Inquisitor. He is Jonathan Hawk. Hey, buddy.
Glad you made it. I just got here myself. My contact with the wardens should be at the back of the cave.
Hearing that voice, though, coming out of him is just freaking me out.
He's not the only warden around here. It's a good thing his friends didn't find him in Crestwood.
Yes, I saw them earlier. They've been told he's a traitor and ordered to capture or kill him. How much blood is shed by good men following bad orders?
This scenario breaks my brain. It's... the voices, they're hurting my head. Ooh. Baby, no. You're the champion of fucking Kirkwall. You deserve a better freaking shield than that piece of shit. See, that's the thing, is it's like, this is what Douglas should look like if he was Hawk. I mean, granted, they give him his champion armor, blah, blah, blah. But these are the weapons he used. That's why he's using them now. That's why we will always choose a look for Douglas over... oh, well, the other ones are better.
Let's go.
So, we'll make sure everybody else has the best stuff, but... I mean, after Kirkwall, I can see Douglas just looking like this, with his axes still. Hey, Stroud. That was unnecessary.
It's just us. I brought the Inquisitor.
You're breaking my head, John. You're breaking my head.
My name is Stroud, and I'm at your service, Inquisitor.
Most of you wardens disappear. Then I run into a Darkspawn Magister named Corypheus. You think that one might have something to do with the other?
I fear it is so. When my friend Hawk slew Corypheus, Weishaupt was happy to put the matter to rest.
Brain.
But an archdemon can survive wounds that seem fatal, and I feared Corypheus might possess the same power. My investigation uncovered clues, but no proof. Then, not long after, every warden in Orlais began to hear the calling.
You never told me.
It was a Grey Warden matter. I was bound by an oath of secrecy.
Is the calling some sort of Grey Warden ritual?
The calling tells a warden that the Blight will soon claim him. It starts with dreams. Then come whispers in his head. The warden says his farewells and goes to the deep roads to meet his death in combat.
And every Grey Warden in Orlais is hearing that right now. They think they're dying.
Yes. Likely because of Corypheus. If the wardens fall, Who will stand against the next blight? It is our greatest fear.
Thanks to the calling, Corypheus has them scared, and they're playing right into his hands.
Is the calling they're hearing real? Or is Corypheus mimicking it somehow?
I know not. Even as a senior warden, I had heard only the vaguest whispers of Corypheus. The wardens believe that this calling is real, and they will act accordingly. That is all we know for certain.
You said all the wardens are hearing the calling. Does that include you?
Sadly, yes. It lurks like a wolf in the shadows around a campfire. The creature that makes this music has never known the love of the maker, but at times, I almost understand it. We must uncover what Corypheus has done and end it. This cannot stand.
How can Corypheus make all these wardens hear the calling?
I cannot say. We know little about him, save that he is dangerous. He is a Magister, as well as a Darkspawn, and speaks with the voice of the Blight. That lets him affect the minds of wardens, since we are tied to the Blight ourselves. It must be how he created this false calling.
So the wardens think they're dying and have stopped thinking clearly. That won't go well.
We are the only ones who can slay archdemons. Without us, the next blight will consume the world. Warden Commander Clarel spoke of a blood magic ritual to prevent future blights before we all perished. When I protested the plan as madness, my own comrades turned on me. Grey Wardens are gathering here, in the western approach. It is an ancient Tevinter ritual tower. Meet me there, and we will find answers.
Let's go.
We should get to the ritual tower in the western approach as soon as possible, Your Worship.
Clarel's the Warden Commander, right? What's she like?
She was a good warden. Once. Among those King Kalen reached out to before the Blight. She always resented missing the chance to help. When the calling came, Clarel stopped listening to the rest of us. Only magic could solve this problem, she said.
Do you think Corypheus is using the calling to control her?
It's hard to say. I have heard the whispers of the calling myself, but it's only noise, no words. Certainly no commands. Either way, the guilt is hers. She's Warden Commander. She should bow to no one's word, but Weishaupt's.
What's it like being a warden? I can't even imagine.
It's been a long time since I was anything else. It becomes your life, searching out Darkspawn, killing them, ensuring no one ever knows how close they are.
Corypheus was in a warden prison, right? So you must know something about him.
I know little, and that much only because of my relative seniority. Most wardens have never heard of him. When I suggested Corypheus might have something to do with the calling, the warden mages turned on me. I trained some of those wardens myself. If I knew any more of Corypheus, I would share it, Your Worship.
We'll talk later.
I've been in that argument too. It's like, again, people who don't know much about military and how, you know, security clearance works. I've been in that argument. Thinking that's like, well, Anders would have known, and so would have known, everybody would have known, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, not necessarily. It's like they're hiding this freaking supposed magister who started all of this. You know, you think they're just going to tell everybody? No, that's not how it works. So, Dorian, this should be breaking your brain too, honey. Actually, this is my John Shepherd. He's not supposed to be, like, the most handsome man on the planet.
I heard what he said. Hopefully we'll find some answers in the western approach, though I fear what those answers will be. I've seen too much blood magic to ever trust where it leads.
So when I recreate him as the Inquisitor, I don't think I used Douglas for his hawk. Where's your hawk, baby? It's Andrew, yeah. Which is actually, I'm going to be replaying John, as well, to make sure his playthroughs, because it's like, as if you guys didn't hear, they did confirm they are writing. From what I understand, it is confirmed that they are working on the fourth one, which I said, good, it's good to know they're still working on it, because they already said they were making a fourth one. So, they were already working on it. So, and that was in 2013, when people were asking, oh, is this the last Dragon Age? And they were like, no, we were already working on the next one. So, they were asking if this was the last Dragon Age. Because Mass Effect, quote-unquote, ended at 3. It was right when Mass Effect 3 came out. It was the E3 afterwards. And, so yeah. Hey, buddy. So that when this one got pushed back a year, they did an interview and they asked if this one was going to be the last one. And the guy said, no, we're already working on the next one. Which makes sense and kind of explains why we didn't get nearly as much DLC as we probably would have liked. But because, I mean, I'm sure they'll probably just keep the keep. You know, the format the keep has.
I smell the damp. Just in everything.
Yeah. Give me a second. I have to pull up my chat. It went black. The iPad turned off. Oh, wait. It's not going to show me. Hang on. Shit. Shit. I almost forget I'd have to hold it. I don't know if I'm ready for a new Dragon Age. Okay. I guess I need to pull up my channel just so I can keep the chat open. Actually, I think I can put it on chat only. It keeps closing out. I'm quite content with this one. I can't see them moving too far ahead in the future. If they do, it'd be like, the hell's wrong with you?
This might be a decent place for a spot of camping.
Spot of camping. Oh, Dorian. Need to refill Douglas's potions. I don't think anybody else needed it. No, let me put this on chat only because I don't need it eating my bandwidth. Load still, chat only. I don't think, I mean, maybe. I know a lot of people are ready. I know, but here's another thing. I know why some of them are ready too. It's just kind of like, but it's just kind of like, well, maybe they're not ready. Maybe, Cause like, I know a lot of people who hadn't upgraded from the PS3 yet. So, oh no, I'm gonna have to kill a Druffalo, you jerks. So they didn't even get to play Trespasser, which kind of sucked. My best friend being one of those people until recently, she just got a PS4 like 2 months ago. Maybe less than that, maybe a month ago. Stop. You made me kill a Druffalo, you bitch. Anyway, and I didn't get nothing for it. I hate that. Like, don't make me kill it, and then don't give me anything. I can be content with this one. It's still gonna be a while. They're just, you know, I mean, it was basically a writer confirming that they were working on it, which, you know, writing, it takes a while, you know. So, but like I said, back in 2013, they already said they were working on it. I know a lot of people with bated breath waiting for E3, thinking they're going to get some kind of Dragon Age announcement. I don't think that's going to be the case. They announced about the same time that they said they were still, there would be more Dragon Ages. They were already working on it. That back in 2013, that there was another title that they were working on. Some kind of, what now, take this however you want to take it, some kind of Dragon Age Mass Effect-ish game cross. And it's just like, how is that? So it's literally could be anything, some kind of sci-fi fantasy open world. You know, and it's just like, I don't necessarily see BioWare or EA abandoning something like that. But that was like the last we heard of it. And that's what I'm expecting as the new game that they'll be announcing this year. So, but again, most people don't remember that. It was 2013. So, actually, it might have been 2014, actually. That announcement might have been 2014.
So you're the man who saved Crestwood from the dead?
Yep.
Watch out for the Wyvern in the hills. I'd take his hide if I were better with a bow.
Do you farm out here?
The name's Judith. I farm and I mend things for the village and people passing through. I did a fair trade with traveling merchants before the undead started attacking. Not to mention that dragon. You live here on purpose. Oh, you know, the fishing's grand.
You live here on purpose.
There's a wyvern causing trouble.
Where is she?
It used to hunt in the mountains. Didn't bother anyone but the bandits. Lately, the beast got it in his head to come
Interesting
down
thing you
here.
got.
It almost crippled Gord's little boy. Best someone kill it. I hope
Now
they get my
he's
hands on
hiding.
the liver. It makes a poison that kills rats like nothing.
What do you know about the dragon?
She moved in a month ago. The guards tried to run her off, but she snapped one's head off and she flew away. Poor Hamold. At least it was quick. Since then, she's eaten 3 horses, 5 goats, and 2 cats.
If you're Judith, there's a man in the village concerned about you.
That must be Gould. Fretful as ever. I'm glad he stayed in Crestwood. He's fast as you please with a loom, but terrible with a sword.
Until later.
Be safe.
Very interesting art there. And usually I'm facing her, so I don't think I ever saw it. But again, I could wait. I don't want to downgrade. You know what I mean? We got a pretty good game, you know, here, and I don't want to get a rushed something else because people want to fit it into a time frame. So. But again, I mean, I can see where you probably think that, just because if you're like on Tumblr or any other areas of the fandom, and it's just like everybody's just kind of like freaking out for it. I mean, it's like even going down to like meta meta posts about how long it's been and when announcements were made and stuff like that. I was like, well, you got your announcement the other day, so there you go. Don't expect anything else. Hello. Don't beat up the Druffalos, please. Oh, you suckers. I need to remind myself tomorrow, before we start, that I need to take my arthritis pill. No, I am not that old. But according to the military, I am. So, let's see. Yep, that is very true. Exactly. I mean, that is so very true. And again, I was just like, I was a little disappointed. I was like, of course, Trespasser being obviously probably the best DLC for this game. I liked the idea of the Jaws of Hakon, because we could have literally went anywhere in Thedas just with an added, here have another section of the world, here have another section of the world. But that's the thing, it's just like, with the events of Trespasser, you can kind of see why they probably cut it off, and you can kind of tell where the next game is going. So it's just like, if it doesn't go that way, I think 95% of the fandom will be like, wait, what? What the is going on? And I mean, it would only make sense as to what direction it's going. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I beat this within a week, I think. I mean, once I got my hands on it, 120 hours after playing it, no DLC, and I had beat it, but as you can see, I'm still playing it. So a lot of people, they'll dust it off every now and again, but I liked it. I mean, I really like it. I mean, I think especially after that, I think though too, if you add in the element of disappointment that a lot of people had, I actually liked Mass Effect Andromeda. I am very willing to kind of look over certain things, but so I ended up really enjoying it. Where a lot of people, I mean, I understood where they were coming. I understood why they were upset. I got it. I couldn't blame them. But like I said, I just have I guess I could just look. I always have just been able to kind of just overlook it and just kind of take it for what it's worth, And I really liked it. And I think though, when you kind of add that to that amount of disappointment in a very much wanted sequel or continuation of a series, of a loved series, and that's the other thing too, with how badly the original ending of Mass Effect 3 was. That was the only reason I started playing that game, was how badly people disliked the ending for Mass Effect 3. And I was like, surely it can't be that freaking bad. And oh, it was. It was that bad. And then to top it off with how much people kind of really didn't like Andromeda.
Pretty things.
I mean, to me, I could kind of understand why they're maybe. I don't know. It was sad to hear, but at the same time, it was like you could kind of understand why possibly they're doing a reshuffle in the, Mass Effect studio, and kind of putting everybody on slow down hiatus, and it's just kind of like, ooh, that doesn't sound good, But I don't know. Everybody, they are so willing and so eager just to kind of. It's like, at this point, I would be happy with a remastered 2, or, hell, even Origins at this point. I mean, I found Origins, I liked it when I played it, but I couldn't
Looks like dragon territory.
Get through a second playthrough of Origins. So, and I don't know why that is. I mean, I love the characters and stuff like that, but there's a lot of trudging through. And I was like, I've kind of seen that too, this argument where people don't like these open worlds, and stuff that we're getting. I was like, oh man, no. It's just like, I love them, It's just like, I don't want to go back to an Origins, where you're kind of just. That's why I always let my guy do it, because I forget. And they just stand in there with a torch the whole time. Where you kind of just on these set paths, and it's just. Ow. Well, stop standing there drinking potions and go attack something. What is wrong with you?
Is everywhere in Ferelden so moist?
I'd have to say maybe yes, actually, Dorian. Yes. Yes, it is. I don't know. There was a post going around about. No, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the open world thing. And it's just like, no, I don't know if I can go back to an Origin-esque kind of follow the trail. I mean, I didn't like it. Like I said, I couldn't get. I finished 2. I did, actually. I didn't finish my first Warden with her DLC. I finished my second Warden with the DLC.
She sees us.
Calm down, crazy. Me. Run. We might die here. We might die. We'll try it. It's either we kick this dragon's ass or it kicks our ass, and it just depends on how soon you come at it. It always seems to be. Dorian, baby. Dorian! Pick her up, please. We don't have enough potions, we're gonna die. That's what it is. Okay. You come pick him up, please. Thank you. Dorian, drink. Are you shitting me right now? I hate that. This is like, barely got it in. Oh boy, yeah, we're not gonna make it. We might as well just kind of. Take that one. And then take that one. Sarah, you take that one. Seriously, he just drank 2 potions. Yeah, we ain't gonna make it. Yeah, this is one this is the one dragon where it's like, okay, you're either tough enough to take it, or you're not. I mean, in a sense, it's like you're either tough enough to obliterate it, or not. Please stop eating them. I would greatly appreciate it. Where are you at, you fool? Pick him up, please. And I think we only came in with half our potions too, so disengage and run for your life. Let's try to at least run. Run, please. I think that thing's immune to fire too. Doesn't help with Dorian. Good their life. Let's go get our potion. We might try it again with full potions. Just once. I'm not a glutton for punishment. I'll come back and slaughter it later. But I mean, cause you get, yes, like what are we, level 13 right now? It's a dragon, so. But no. I can understand, like I said, I can understand kind of both sides of the argument. I'd like to hear something, I mean, but that's the thing, it's like, why do you need to hear something as long as you know that they're working on it? I mean, again, it's kind of obvious where it's going. To me, you know? So, and if it doesn't go that way, I'd be like, why didn't it go that way? How the hell can you just leave it like that, you know? So, hopefully some wolves don't kick our ass. To the tent. Let's go. Excuse me. But I mean, I personally though too, I do kind of I really find it super amusing. Because I just made a comment about this too the other day. It's like, you could go out and get... Who needs... Sarah, Dorian, and Bull all need... Oh, God, I'm glad you can't actually hit those people. Now he's gonna inspect the broken ground. Way to go, Bull. Okay. Oh, he's got it now. I made a statement the other day as like, I'm very surprised at how much people expect from computerized mesh and if statements. And saying that, you know, this by itself without any DLC was about 120 hours. And I mean, that's, you know, running around exploring, kind of trying to do. I think she had done almost everything, so it's just like it took about 120 hours to do all that without the DLC. And I'm just surprised how, I mean, I guess it kind of goes for a lot of things. Like, I mean, a lot of people literally love movies, and yet, I mean, most people don't really know kind of what goes into making them. That has to go into making a game of this size that people just don't get. You know, you can't just slap out another one, you know, it's just not gonna happen. So
Looks like dragon territory. Oh, this is gonna be good.
yeah, well, I'm glad you must have got smacked on the head or something, because you don't seem to remember we just had our butts handed to us. So let's try this again. I think it is immune, though.
Would you look at that? That is magnificent!
He's so excited. Can you tell me about yourself? Am I not close enough? What am I doing? This is just close enough. There we go. Immunity disabling effects. That's immunity. He's immune to burning. Yep. But he's got greater electrical resistance. So it's just kind of like, okay. Are you shitting me, Sarah? Where is she? I hope you're not taunting this thing. Can you take a regen? Do me a favor and you take a regen potion. But you kind of get to the point in a dragon slaying when when you're too focused on bringing people back to life, and especially without the kitty collar right now, it's a little bit more difficult for me. It's like we have less potions than I'm used to, and he doesn't have his kitty collar, so. Oh, did you just jump on my head? Your butt? Get up, fool. No, I want you to take one of them. Stop stealthing. You're not a stealth guy. Oh, nope. Evade! What happened with the last dragon fight, I think we kind of got this one. What happened with the last one was Dorian wasn't allowed to take any healing potions. There goes Sarah. Sarah at this point is not allowed to take any healing potions either. Nobody is, because it said at 2. Where is she? Dorian, honey, can you... Where is she? What? There she is. Actually, I'll do it. Not interact. Can you bring her back to life, please? I'm dead? Shit. Okay, Sarah. I'm dead. Oh, shit. That's not what I wanted to do. Sarah? I can't see myself. Can you bring me back to life, please? I'm under the dragon. Please? Kill it. Kill it. Oh, it is dead. Thank God. Okay. Oh my God.
Big heroes, us. That was great.
Douglas, where's your helmet? What is going on? What is going on with you guys? Oh my God. Take that stuff. Okay. But I have it set up where my mages stop automatically drinking potions when we hit 5. And the warriors can go ahead. It's set at default. Oh yeah. I'm hoping sleeping in the tent will rectify his hat issue. Because his hat's back. So, yeah, when we only had 4 when we came walking up to the dragon, Dorian couldn't take a potion right off the bat. After somebody took 1, Sarah couldn't take them anymore. So. And, yeah, I only have 8. I haven't got the perk for more potions yet. Like I said, I definitely need my kitty collar, because after I get my kitty collar, I don't let my Inquisitor take any potions. It's like, well, you either die or you don't. That was the thing. It's like, when I first got that thing, I don't think Melanie wore it. I can't remember who she gave it to. I'm trying to remember. I don't think John wore it either. I don't think he did. I'm trying to remember if John wore it. I don't think he did. It's just a weird name for a thing. And then when I realized what it did, I was just like, oh hell! And I've worn it ever since. Ever since. Of course, that was also too, it's like back before we had storage and all that other stuff, so it's just like, okay. Sleep. trying to remember how many Inquisitors I've had. A lot. 12 at least, I think. This here, like I said, this is my boy. He's Douglas. I played him. It was like, okay, do I want to play him in Inquisition or do I want to play him in Mass Effect again? And I obviously chose this to continue him in Inquisition because I had gotten to this point and I kind of forgot why I had stopped. And the problem was, it's not necessarily a problem. It is a problem. It's like I know him very well. But he's in a relationship with somebody that will not go well for him. So it's not. There's no shards in this particular region. It's a little strange. I never even thought about that. Is there? Nope. I just now thought of that there is no shards on this map. Because, like, he is the ever reluctant.
You're not going to start that Kyun rubbish where you're trying to convert me, are you?
No.
What's so funny about that?
You aren't really Vidithari material.
What's that mean? I could be a Vivi, one of those things. Bloody good one, too.
Oh my god. Oh, Lord. I think he'd be happier with Josephine, honestly. But I can't break them up. I can't break him up with Dorian. I can't do it. I like Dorian too much. So I can't bring myself to break it off with him. Because that's the thing of it. I was like, if I play it like roleplay, like RPG, he would have no idea what was coming. He would fall head over heels for him. Just like I know he would. That is true. But as you pull to the end and how that relationship kind of ends up, it's just like, oh no. He would have been like, oh fuck, I'm not Inquisitor anymore, I'm moving. You know, it's like, there's just no way he would have been happy. He's not the kind of guy who kind of waits around. He can't do the long distance. It's just like he kind of did the same thing in DA2, you know, where he didn't wait for, you know, he didn't wait for Fenris, and he didn't wait for Isabella, you know. It's just like Fenris was kind of like, oh god, what happened, you know, thing, and it wasn't necessarily interested in a relationship with him anyway, but he was kind of upset. The guy was just like, he left, you know. I mean, he has his reasons. Don't get me wrong. I understand he has reasons. I am not blaming the man for having his reasons. But Douglas kind of did. Not that he had reasons, people just blamed him for leaving him. But again, they just... It sounds weird, but it's like at the same time he was relieved, you know, because it's like he wasn't necessarily looking to be in a relationship with Fenris. But... Because as though rivalmances were things, that was not what he was looking for, you know? So... And he was definitely in rivalry with Fenris, so... Isabella kind of broke his little heart there. She is his best friend and she left, so... Of course, she also knew he was pining for Anders the whole time, so... So yeah, he ended up with Anders. But that's the thing, it's like, again, if you kind of look at how that relationship ended up, I was like, he gave up everything he had worked for, everything he had done, you know what I mean, to be with the man that he loved, you know what I mean, to make sure he was safe. So I don't necessarily see it as odd that I would sit here and say, oh, he would not be happy to just let Dorian go home without him, you know. So, but I'm playing this to the end because I had questions if there was any possible other outcome. I don't want to know. Please don't tell me if there is. I want to be pleasantly, cheerfully surprised. But as far as I know, I haven't heard of one, so... And Teven sips it. I just think he would be so much happier with Josephine. She understands him, you know. And it's just kind of, she's on the same level of, she is a good person, you know. So, you know, I just think he'd be happy with her in the end. He's over the moon right now, don't get me wrong. Come the end of this game, he's gonna kill me, I think. Why'd you let me do it? Killed me. Oh, God. Totally forgot I had that for the dragon. Totally forgot. That would have came in handy with that damn dragon. Oh my gosh. But no, I played... Oh my god. How many riders did I play? I think I was on my 5th? Played Douglas twice. Played Alex once. I played Ellen once. I got through Avani a bit. and I'm on Thomas. So, yep, Thomas is my 5th rider. Then I went to Final Fantasy 15. Oh my god. I was super attached to those turkeys. It was kind of hilarious how attached I got to those guys. I despised the women for about half the game. But just, they were annoying. They were annoying as hell. And it's like, just like the NPCs, the selling, the people selling crap to you. Hi! And it was just like 10 times louder than that. Thank you! It's just like, shut up. Don't speak. Don't speak again. But again, as I said in the comment too on my blog, that, you know, you come to expect, you know, a certain amount of half-dressed annoying females in a Final Fantasy game, so it was just, like I said, they kind of just seemed to go over the top with it because they were focused on 4 dudes in a party instead of anything else. Kind of to keep the fanboys happy, I guess, you know. I don't know. What the fuck was that? Well, I'm pretty sure there's one of these things you should be able to smush up here. Honestly, I always thought it was more than one. I think at the beginning it might have been. Because with Varric, you didn't have to get all of them. You just had to get a certain amount. And I think there was... I want to say there was like 3 of them up here. Because, I mean, this was obviously the big mine. One of them, anyway. I want to say there was more than one, though. Now I'm, like, hard-pressed to find the one. It's like remembering in DA2 you couldn't go to the Chantry at night until you got Sebastian. It's like, oh, yeah, it was closed. You couldn't go at night. But, again, that was before the DLC. Not many people not people remember that. Okay, well, I don't see it. So, maybe we accidentally smashed it on accident. And they're back. Hi, jerk. But yeah, I just like I said, I just have this huge feeling.
Not so bad, yeah. Except maybe the bits that are.
What the hell are you talking about? That's again. It's just like. I know Douglas, again, so well, that I know he's going to be super mad at me for letting him fall for somebody that was going to leave him, basically. That's the way he's going to look at it. You know what I mean? That's the way he's going to look at it. And that's the thing. It's like, no amount of defending it and everything else. It's like John, his Hawk. His Hawk John, who was John Shepard, my John Shepard, not BioWare's. I had my own. John was never supposed to be like super good looking, and so I made him. I don't know. It's some people might think he is, but he does kind of come off a brute. That was the thing. I played him a little too soft too, which is again why I want to replay John. But John completely understands, and he understands he has a job and a duty to do, and you know, things like that. John Shepard, at the end of his game, he still made sure he stayed alive, basically, for Steve. Steve didn't need another dead husband, basically, so. So yeah, he made sure he stayed alive for Steve. And he did. The hell was that? Sound like a lightning strike, but it should not be here. But he still, like I said, he understands. He doesn't mind having the long distance relationship as long as, you know, they're together. This doofus, though. This doofus, it'll drive him insane. So that's why it's like, fingers crossed that I missed something, or, you know, and he'll be able to, but that's the other thing. It's like, I don't mind necessarily playing him to the end, because it's just like, okay, well, when the next game does come out, you know, when the next game does come out, I have the two scenarios, you know, where we have Inquisitor Douglas, you know, who chose to stay with Dorian, and we have Inquisitor Douglas who chose to go with Josephine, you know. Because that's the funniest, this is the thing, I can see them having like kids and just being super cute and schmoozing their way through high society and everything else, and just please just punch, you know what I mean? I didn't put that marker down on the other place over there. I don't think. Down by the river. No, over here. Did I? Oh, I didn't find Butcher while I was over here. What the? I'm hearing dragon scream. There's some weird stuff going on. I'm hearing light. But Douglas has also been known to surprise me before. I wanted him to romance Reyes, which he did up until there was a glitch and he was able to romance Gil as well. And the only reason I kind of wanted him to romance Reyes is because Reyes was practically Douglas in a future AU Mass Effect universe. And so, even down to his voice actor, and that was the only reason I wanted him to romance Reyes. And it would have worked. It would have worked. It would have totally worked. But there was a glitch in the game, and it allowed Douglas to romance Gil as well. So he ended the game with 2 boyfriends, and when I tried to take him back to Reyes, he was like, "Oh hell no, I'm with Gil now, screw you." You know? Yes, my characters talk to me like that. He wasn't having it. He's just like I said in one of my I made a little art because I was watching a lot of Adventure Time, and when I was talking about, you know, replaying Douglas, New Game Plus, going back to Romance Reyes, and he was like, "Oh hell no!" And it was just like he snaked his arms around Gil, and he's just like, "Nope, we're not." He just wasn't having it. He just not a chance in hell that he was. See, okay, this Gil. Okay, this cave has 2 entrances. Okay, it's a creepy cave. So he's with Gil. But that was totally fine. That's totally okay. His actual mate, like I said, I made Thomas. And when I'm talking about the creator and stuff, I'm actually, that was the thing. It's like Thomas has very young, angular, but it's still angular, feminine features almost. You know, he's that kind of toting the line between pretty. So, a lot of, occasionally he gets mistaken for a girl. My son gets mistaken for a girl all the time. Crazy. I just tell him he's just too pretty. That's just plain simple fact. Just too pretty. People are jealous. So. But yeah, so his actual mate is going to go with Reyes. Because again, it makes far more sense for him, I guess, to be with a future AU Douglas than the Douglas to be with him. So. I just want the creator to make to be able to make him look semi-right. But it's like, okay, it's like, I mean, I'm sitting here trying to guess. You know how you do that, where you sit there and try to guess what somebody might have said, you know, in response. Because I know the person replied, but it's just like you're sitting here trying to guess what they might have said, and then you're trying to formulate a response, right? Even though all you have to do is go read what they said, and then you can actually formulate a response, which is usually far easier and far less, you know, traumatic if you just go read the damn thing, you know. But I can't because it's on the PlayStation community and I'm playing on my PlayStation right now, and if I go read it, then y'all will be sitting here staring at some weird blue screen. So, we still didn't find Butcher. Why did I come back this way? Okay. Which is weird. We ran all through there and we never stopped. Splinters. I don't think I did. Are they still there? They should be. Nope. Poop. But it's just like, I kind of came to the conclusion I probably should have used a different default face for Alex. But that's the thing, it's just kind of like... Your options were pretty limited. It's gonna sound bad. This is gonna sound so bad. There was 3 default faces you could use if you wanted a white person. At least I couldn't find... made them lighter, they were still brown, you know, which is fine. I mean, if that's what you wanted. But, you know, my characters, the ones I were playing, wasn't, you know. Douglas and Thomas and Alex. I mean, Alex didn't really matter. But... Alex ended up looking kind of South American in some way, I guess, but which is fine. I didn't really mind as much, but again, it was the same default face, and that was
what would have happened if Corypheus
that I had to
hadn't
use for
interfered?
Thomas if you wanted a white rider. You have 3 choices, and 2 of the choices you couldn't make their face they were square. There was no changing it. They had square jawlines, beefy square heads, you know, and there was just no changing it. So that wouldn't work for Thomas. And like I said, it was in the end, it was just kind of like, oops, I picked the wrong default face for Alex because it didn't really matter as much. Where Thomas and Douglas, it did, you know, like I said, they're very established characters, and they were both white. And but there was only 3 default faces that you could use. And it sounds like I'm whining, but I'm not. It's just, like I said, I should have picked somebody else for Alex, was the point. I didn't realize that, you know, you couldn't, you know, make them all white. You can make them all lighter, but you can't make them all white. So... Which again is like, well, 3 is sufficient. You're right, 3 is sufficient. I just picked the wrong face for Alex. That was my whole point. I just didn't realize out of the nine choices that I had, I only really had 3 when it came to Thomas. 1 of them I used for Douglas. 2 of them were inappropriate. You could not change the squareness of the face to suit Thomas. So, like I said. But that's the thing, is like, if you look at most of the default faces, they're all pretty square. No, why did you have to attack a girl below? Why do you get mad at me when I'm sitting here killing? Hey, Hawk. Just stand there, John, you butt. Oh no, now another one. 2, 3. Well, I'm glad you're picking up our effects, John. I know you're just over here to see Dorian.
Let's go.
He's with somebody else now. Just kidding. He'll always be yours, honey. I was like, whereas this character creator here, it seemed like, you know, you could choose the shape of the face, and the face shape did not determine what race you were. You know, unlike that. Unlike that. It was kind of weird. You know,
Let's be watchful. I understand this country's full of dogs.
What? Um, but like, it's like I said, it's like, if I wanted to right now, I could take Douglas or any other character that I've made, John, you know what I mean? And I could make him a person of color. No problem. Just go change their skin. Just go change your skin tone. I mean, it's that simple. But with that one, is again, it was like the face shape was determined upon sometimes I wish you had a grappling hook. Bull. The face shape determined what race you were going to be. So if you wanted a guy with a square face, or if you, well, like I said, most of them had square jaws. Or if you wanted, I don't know, it was just kind of weird. It was a weird setup to me. And again, it was like, if you want me to play a default, let me just make me play a default. Because that's the thing, it's like, it's not just limiting to me, who had two, like I said, well-established characters that were white that I wanted to use. It's limiting to, you know, everybody. It is. It's, you know, it really is. But, I don't know. Because it was like, again, it was weird. The weirdness of it wasn't you weren't picking a skin tone like you do in this one, you know. You were, and then, you know, the freckles and stuff like that, like you do in this one. It was like you were picking. You were picking a face and you were painting it. Which is kind of how it is done in some aspects of 3D. But it wasn't done. I don't know, there was something about it that was just weird. You know? It's like they didn't start out with a base, like a pale base for the skin on all of the skins. They started out with, you know, and then that was like usually as light as you could go with it. It seemed like. I mean, I would have to check. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are some of the... I thought I checked all of them, though. I'm pretty sure I did, actually. Actually, I know I did. I checked all of them. You know. But... But yeah, it's just like... I don't have a problem with playing. It's just... I have to create new characters. Or I don't have to create new characters. It's just... I have to get the characters to fit. And I can't play the characters I want. Is my point. It sounds like I'm babbling and... I even said this the other day when you don't have no one to talk to and you're just over explaining yourself because it's nothing, you're being met by only silence and you're just like, oh god, it's just, I have to fix this. It sounds terrible. Because it kind of does, but yet at the same time it's just like, well, hopefully you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. I probably should end this. What time is it? I don't know. What time is it? Oh wow, it's much later than I thought it was. I mean, much later than I thought it was. Okay. Doesn't really matter now. I can make coffee. That was the thing. I was like, I'm not really tired. I was just kind of rambling. And it's like, well, that's like the first sign. Because as I said, it's like, I played Ellen. I always play Ellen first, right? And then I created Bonnie. But, like I said, with the limitations of the creator, she didn't look like I wanted her to look at all, you know? It's just kind of like, that's the funniest part about it, is like, if I went and pulled up one of these people that I've been following on Tumblr for 5 years, I pulled up her female writer and put her next to Avani, they look exactly the same, and that was the whole point of the damn character that was my whole point about the limitations of the character creator. They look exactly the same. It's just kind of like, if you want me to play it default, I'll play it default, you know, but, you know, give us, you know, I don't know.
Yes?
Here.
Why haven't you gone back to the Fade?
I will not be denied. I refuse to leave until something obeys my orders.
What am I killing? What am I killing? What are we fighting?
Yes?
The rage demon in the caves is dead, as you commanded.
I had no doubts. Now that my sovereignty has been respected, I can depart this unchanging nightmare.
Goodbye, fool.
Your reward. Use it well.
I think it's Coles, yes?
Inquisitor. If only all the spirits were this easy to get rid of.
I think that's Coles. Yep. But again, this is like, that's my point. It's just like, I had a very established character. She looks a very specific way. This character has been known to me for 15 years. You know, it's just kind of like, she looks a very specific kind of way. And while I can adapt to them not looking exactly like they're supposed to, it was just a simple fact that it's just like, okay, but she looks exactly like everybody else's does. It's kind of a put off, you know? So I think that's like, again, it's like one of those things about the Inquisitors, right? It's like, if you sat there and you looked through a lot of the Inquisitors, you might find some similarities between a couple of them, but that's not really the case. But they look different, you know? They all look different, you know? And that was the beauty of it, of this particular character creator. It's just like, even when it came out and we were just seeing, like, even, like I said, even characters that were known, you know what I mean? Other people's characters that were known to me, you know? And it's just like kind of being able to... Now I'm sitting here thinking I might make a Vonnie in this one, show everybody what she's supposed to look like. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of sitting here thinking about what somebody might have said, and then for all I know, they could have fucking agreed with me. I don't know. Huh. But it's doubtful. Like I said, I've been playing games for 25 years. I made a comment of disagreement with somebody who's probably male. What the hell do I know, right? So. I'm sure they'll come at me with their, well, I've done this. So have I, buddy. So have I. You know? It's like, I do 3D art. I do. I gaming code. Yeah, you know. It's just kind of, like I said, I give Mass Effect a lot of credit. Character creator just wasn't one of those things I'll give them credit for. I'm gonna turn this in. We're gonna go back to Skype. I'm gonna go down and make some coffee. Then I'm gonna check and see what the hell the comment was. And then I'll probably need some time to, like, calm down before I actually comment to the person. So I'll come back, let you know what they said. But yes, lesson for all you kitties. Don't... I mean, honestly, somebody you don't know, it doesn't necessarily matter as much, I don't think. But take the time to calm down before you make a comment that you can't pull back, you know? So, always take the time. So, you don't want to regret something later. Those lemons look like lemons. It was like, okay, this is the thing. My dream job, everybody wants to be able to make a game like this. You know what I mean? I don't want to make a game like this. I want to make those lemons. That's what I want to make. I want to make these lemons. I want to make that trap. I want to make the barrels. And the wheelbarrow, and the buckets. I want to make all these little assets that make a game so much better. You don't pay 5 seconds worth of attention to. Well, I'll sit there and be like, wow, look at the detail on this, you know. Look at the wood grain in this pillar, you know. Yeah, that's me. So... Because she's going to give us a thing for the war table. So I want to drop this off before we left. Hello. Hello. How come we don't get that bucket helmet? Well, I guess our helmet is a bit cooler. You know what I mean? That one. Not the one we're wearing.
You've killed lots of my countrymen, I take it.
Sure, usually when I'm being paid for it.
Ooh. What? Never just for fun?
I'm here, aren't I? Man's gotta take his fun where he can find it.
I love when they're so pissy with each other at the beginning. It's cute. High Chapter 3. Isn't there a quest down here, though? I don't think I've got it. Ow! Don't you have a quest for me? Y'all are... Oh my god, look at the potatoes! I'm standing on their dinner, I'm sorry. But you guys look like you're trapped in the bench anyway, so I think you'll be fine. Did they? They didn't add a tenting bench here, I don't think. I can upgrade my potions. I don't think I can. Charter.
Our patrols have spotted Red Templars up in the hills, Inquisitor. They're studying a set of elven ruins.
Already killed them.
We're not sure.
I found Butcher's corpse by the South Road. Red Templars ambushed me afterward.
Only our highest operatives knew he was coming tonight. I must inform Sister Nightingale we have a traitor.
What's happening in Crestwood?
The villagers are glad to have us. We impose no levies and help train their guards.
I should be going.
Another time.
I know your future. It's good. Well, as long as that's what you want. What is this? Alright. I'm gonna go back to Skyhold. And we'll be back in a minute. Because I want to go start the coffee. Because the coffee is delicious! I don't know if you guys can hear me, but it wasn't that bad of a comment, so I'm just gonna... It said, I guess we'll have to agree to disagree. I didn't find it that awful. There's room for improvement. There's several things I liked about it. As for them, as for their twins, she only had to change their hair color, and that was it. It's like, so it sounded like they only had to, they've only made one pair of twins. Like, I've made 5 pairs of twins myself, but I'm glad you, but I'm glad you were happy with yours. I have 5 pairs of twins. But that's the thing, guaranteed that theirs looks exactly like everybody else's. And again, that's the point. That's fine. I mean, a lot of people don't play games to, you know, a lot of people don't play games to... A lot of people that play games aren't writers as well, that create characters and things like that all the time and have very specific, you know, backgrounds and stuff for them. I mean, if you never, if this here, say if Douglas, right? I could go in and create Douglas, you know what I mean? I can go in and create a character and like, oh yeah, he looks good enough. That's what I did with him in DA2. It's just like, fine, he looks good enough. And he turned into my favorite OC ever. It's just kind of like, okay, you know.
Apologies, but the quartermaster is expecting something back. The mighty standing army of that land they don't have, that you can't put into the...
So yeah, it's just kind of like, that's what I did with him. I created, not this one, but in DA2, I just slapped together a face that I could look at for longer than 5 minutes and was good with it. Hey, Creme.
Inquisitor, come have a drink. To killing a high dragon like warriors of legend.
What is this?
What exactly am I supposed to be drinking?
Maras Lok.
What does that mean?
It means drink.
I did.
Oh. I know, right? Put some chest on your chest. That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred. Well, as much as we hold anything sacred. Here, your turn.
That thing you just said. You shouted it during the fight, too. What does it mean?
Oh, Tarsidathan Halsam. Closest translation would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect.
You shouted that while it was breathing fire at us?
I know, right? Oh. Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat are dead after the first one. Atashi. The glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
Why do you think the Qunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with. They breed us for jobs like you breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago? Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
When you put it like that, I'm worried I killed one of your gods or something.
Nah, one of Tevinter's gods, maybe. They worship dragons, right? Kill the shit out of them all you like. Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink.
Whoop.
Oh. Nice. To dragons.
Come on.
To finding the biggest, baddest things in the world and showing them that we're badder.
Anan.
Goobers. Okay. Oh, man. I need... It doesn't really matter because coal will not be coming out of storage. But yeah, I've finished. That was the thing I was just sitting here thinking about. It's like I've finished Mass Effect 4 times now. Andromeda. You don't even have anything. Okay, guys, hang on a second. I need to go pull our shit out of storage right now. Which is kind of...
Inquisitor.
It's like, I know there's people that haven't even finished it yet. I'm assuming that's not as high as it was, say, like, a month ago. Or at the beginning of the month. I think at the beginning of the month I was still playing But I know a couple weeks back I started playing Final Fantasy, so yeah. Because it went on sale and I was able to get it. That'll do. Challenge, charging bull. What do you have already? Pommel strike, good. Varick. I have a lot more time than people. A lot of people. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. This is what I wanted you to wear. Again, I'm not quite sure. She'll be coming out of storage because Dorian. But, well. But yeah, I'm just sitting here again. I'm not trying to harp on it, but it's just kind of like they made it sound like they only had one pair of twins, and it's just like, you know what? If you only have one pair of twins, I can see why you would be completely happy with it. You know, I was like, but if you're in the fandom and you're following people, it's just kind of like, you know, okay, yeah, but try to make another writer. You know what I mean? That doesn't look exactly like everybody else's fucking writer, you know? Or like half the people in the game, you know? And it's just kind of like, no, whatever, man. You know? Like I said, I can understand being completely happy with one pair of twins. I can understand being completely happy with it. But yet it's like, okay, no, wait. It's like, no. It's like, they all look the same, period. I mean, like everybody else's. So I'm gonna go get my coffee, guys. I'll be right back. might call it here, because I think I'm just going to be going through some stuff here, and then I'll just be going on about that. So I might try and take a little nap and then come back a little bit later, guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.